don't have love, I waste my breath with every song I bring. An empty voice, a hollow noise. If I speak with a silver tongue, convince a crowd, but don't have love, I leave a bitter taste with every word I say. So let my life be the proof of your love.
Hey guys, I'm Alexandria with Concerned Women for America's Young Women for America. Recently, I had the chance to sit down with one of the hottest Christian bands today, For King and Country. You may have seen them recently rocking it out on Huckabee, The Tonight Show, or their music video, Proof of Your Love, that's recently reached over 1 million views on YouTube. Here's my interview, check it out. So I know the first thing that just grabbed my attention about your band was the name. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, sure. We came up with the name actually in the studio. We'd come up with a whole lot of really awful band names. I'll save you the gory details. But ultimately, I had thought of the name All the King's Men, like the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme, for whatever reason.
Creative.
And at about that moment, our producer swung around his chair and he said, "Hey, what about For King and Country, like this old English battle cry?" And we thought, you know, the name, we are a band of purpose, whether it's talking about respect and honor, which is what I love about what you guys do, or whether it's in the music and in the message. So having a name that had purpose, you know, and passion and meaning was something that we were really excited about having. So.
Only love remains.
If I speak with human eloquence and angelic ecstasy, but don't love, I'm nothing but the creaking of a rusty gate.
I know the other thing that we just love is it's relatable. For King and Country. CWA members and Christians in general are met every day with opposition for fighting for their king and country. Is there any advice that you could give our members?
Well, it was kind of a cool thing about several months after we came up with For King and Country. We realized that there's really a sense of mission involved with it. The reason why we do music is for our king and for our country. And I think when it comes to everyday life, I think it's incredibly important to have mission on our lives and know what that mission is. And so I think my encouragement to you and your viewers and such is to be aware of what the mission is and the call on your life is, because I think once you know what that is, something very significant can take place.
Thank you. You know, that brings me to my next question. Another thing that just grabs people when they listen to your music is your lyrics. So deep and they're meaningful, and I know one of my favorite lines comes from the song Crave, Hope is What We Crave. What inspires you for your music?
Everything.
Yeah.
Relationships, God, heartbreak and tragedy and joy. And I mean, we kind of, Luke says it well, we look at this record as written over a period of about a year, taken out of each of our lives respectively, and writing very honestly, and almost at points felt like a journal entry, you know, about what we're facing. Crave, for instance, as you reference, is the title track and is a song that is very personal to Luke. Just had this kind of hard day where he realized that there's just not a lot of hope, and yet it's so obvious and so prevalent when you look at our society. When you look at the world, that we are all intensely craving hope.
That's awesome. And it brings me to your Respect and Honor campaign. I wrote a blog for Concerned Women for America, and could you just explain to us what that is and why it's so important for you all to highlight?
I need a drop of grace to carry me today. A simple song to sing. It's written on my soul. Hope's what we crave.
Ever since we started with For King and Country, Luke and I are 2 of 7 kids, and we grew up in a lovely family, wonderful, cherishing parents, and been happily married for going on 38 years. And so we've had a very wonderful experience, and in a lot of ways it has helped define who we are as young men, but we have also seen and been very close with friends that have not had the same experience. And we've seen so many women, particularly, that just have this awful self-image. And part of it has to do with culture, part of it has to do with family. There's so many things tied to it. So we began a few years ago. At every performance, we would share this message to women. We'd say, first of all, to girls, don't let any man disrespect your relationship. So often culture suggests for you to talk or dress or act like you're worth nothing more than a penny, but we believe there's a God that says you're priceless. And it's gotten to the point now where we're so passionate about it, we actually wear these necklaces, and you probably can't see it from there, but it simply has, it's in the shape and color of a 1-cent coin. It has the word priceless on it. And it stands as a reminder to us that you girls are worth more than all the money in the world. And we wear these bracelets as well that say respect and honor on them. And we provide them at every performance we do. We've seen thousands of guys and girls rally behind this cause. As girls saying, I know what I'm worth and what I'm not worth. And as men saying, count me in. Chivalry's not dead. You know, I'll step up, I'll stand out, and I'll be the man that I'm designed to be.
That's great, and young men and women need that in today's culture. I know in my blog I referenced it being a penny culture, and it's just our whole culture is viewed on that, and that's what TV is portraying. So it's wonderful what you guys are doing, so thank you. And on young women, Concerned Women for America has a Young Women for America program where chapters that are in college, and they're across the country, and they're really growing. Two of our girls are huge fans, and they sent in 2 questions. So one is, what is your favorite Bible verses right now at this moment?
For me, it's Psalms 27. It says, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. For whatever reason, to me, it gives me such hope, because I like to almost change the words a little bit and say some trust in all the things that we put our trust in, technology, cars, houses. But you know what? The truth is, I'm going to put my trust in the Lord. So for me, it's a very encouraging verse.
It sounds a bit like a cop-out, but for me, I'd say right now it's a verse that we recite every night as part of the performance. It's a verse that the song, The Proof of Your Love, was based around or built around. Well, it's actually rather a chapter. It's 1 Corinthians 13. Okay. And the first 3 verses particularly of that are just so impacting to us. I'll say it's a bit long, so I'll save the whole thing for you, but it basically just gets back to the simplicity of what believing in God and faith is all about, and that is love. And when it boils down to it, you can have the world. You know, like Luke said, some can trust in chariots, some can trust in technology or women or whatever it might be, but without love, it doesn't amount to anything.
Broke your heart 1,000 times, but you never left my side. You have always been here for me.
I know you guys just finished up a big tour, and you have a tour now that you're doing. So what's something that's really exciting?
Well, next month, actually, we get to go do a Padres baseball game, like, you know, the San Diego Padres, which so happens to be my favorite baseball team. Okay. So for me, when I saw that come in, I was like, oh, that's a lot of fun. But this past year, we got to go to Europe and do some of those shows over there, and it's always kind of a little bit fun to just get out of your comfort zone a little bit and do things a little bit differently. So Europe was a lot of fun, and we definitely have a lot coming for the rest of the year. So I think we just look forward to whatever might come in a way.
And what about you? Do you have a significant moment?
I do. It was actually about 2 months ago. We had the opportunity to debut on the Tonight Show circuit on the Leno show, and got to play The Proof of Your Love, as a matter of fact. And it was just those things can just go either way. And there's a lot of pressure. And ironically, we had the judges from American Idol, you know.
Really?
So it felt like
That's
we were on
not
American
nerve-wracking at all. Yeah.
Keith Urban and Ryan Seacrest and Randy Jackson were all over there kind of onlooking as we were performing. So it felt like not only we were on national television, but we were being judged as well.
Yeah.
And it was a really defining moment as a musician, but also as a man who wants to have an impact, for both of us to be able to stand on that stage and sing about something greater than ourselves was cool.
And this is where it begins. And this is where all the world ends. And this is where I see I don't need to have control. This is where I admit, I don't know how to handle it. Life in all of its chaos, you're my only hope.
Well, wrapping up, I know you guys have a show to do, and we're so excited to go and be in attendance. But whether I'm on Capitol Hill speaking to members of Congress or to our members, Concerned Women for America was founded on prayer and action.
Yeah.
So is there anything we can pray for you for?
I think when I look at the next year, there's a lot of busyness. There's my wife just had our first child in December.
Congratulations!
So you're gone a lot, and I think it's to remain strong. And we actually, there's a new song that we just wrote called "Fix My Eyes," and what that really came out of is there's a lot going on in our lives, and there's a lot of things that you're pushed and pulled a lot of different ways. But to have other people pray that we'll be able to continue to fix our eyes on the things that are most important, the things that are above, because. Without that being the foundation, honestly, everything that Joel and I do really falls apart.
Yeah.
Well, everyone go to forkingandcountry.com and check these guys out because they're awesome. Also go to concernedwomen.org. Thank you for watching. I'm Alexandria Pelosi. Have a great night.
I can put my faith in